Hello dear engineers and technocrats. I welcome you all to your favorite YouTube channel Industrial Engineering Group. Please like it, share it and give feedback through writing comments. In previous session we discussed about designing of a single sampling plant. In this session we will discuss about double sampling plant. We will explain what is double sampling plant. Then we will compare single sampling plant and double sampling plant based on sampling curves. You know, in double sampling plant, a lot of size n is submitted by the producer. The consumer takes a sample of size n1 from the submitted lot and inspect the quality of this sample. If the number of defectives found in this sample is less than and equal to acceptance number C1, the entire lot is accepted by the consumer. If number of defectives are more than acceptance number C2, then this entire lot is rejected by the consumer. So when the lot is good enough, it is selected by the consumer based on first sample, and if it is bad enough, it is rejected by the consumer. Now if the number of defectives found in this sample, in first sample, are greater than acceptance number C1 but less than and equal to C2, then to decide the fate of this lot, a second sample is taken by the consumer. And this, after inspecting this second sample and combined defectives found in both these samples are taken into account, and if the sum of these combined defectives is less than and equal to acceptance number C2, then this lot is accepted. Otherwise, it is rejected by the consumer. So this is the process of double sampling plant, in which either lot is selected or rejected based on one's first sample, and if the quality is inconclusive after first sample, then second sample is taken. So it is not necessary to take always two samples. In double sampling plant, at most two samples are taken. So a double sampling plant is defined by 5 parameters: lot size, size of first sample acceptance number for first sample, size of second sample, and acceptance number of second sample. Now, the size of the first and second sample may or may not be same. In this double sampling plan, we come across 4 different possibilities. So after taking first sample, either it is accepted or is it rejected. If we are inconclusive, then we take second sample, and after taking second sample, either the lot is accepted or it is rejected. So these 4 are mutually exclusive events, and the sum of these 4 probabilities, PA1 is the probability of accepting the lot after first sample, PA2 is the probability of accepting the lot after second sample, whereas PR1 is the probability of rejecting the lot after the first sample, and PR2 is the probability of rejecting the lot after second sample. So sum of these PA1, PR1, PA2 and PR2 would be equal to 1. The probability of continuation of sampling, denoted by P subscript CS, continuation sampling, is given as it is the probability of finding the number of defectives in first sample more than acceptance number C1 but less than and equal to C2. So it can also be written as 1 minus probability of accepting the lot after first sample plus probability of rejecting the lot after first sample. And we can also write 1 minus PA1 plus PR1 equal to PA2 plus PR2, because we just discussed that these 4 events are mutually exclusive and their sum is equal to 1. So probability of acceptance of a lot in a double sampling plan is PA, and it is sum of PA1 plus PA2, where PA1 is the probability of accepting the lot after first sample and PA2 is the probability of accepting the lot after second sample. Now let's take an example to understand and compare how we can perform calculations in single sampling plan as well as for double sampling plan, and draw OC, AOQ and ATI curves and for the comparison purpose. For a lot of 2000 items where AQL is 1%, inspection level second, the military standard 105 system, which we discussed in previous sessions, provides below given equivalent sampling plans. So for this lot of 2000 items and given value of AQL equal to 1%, and for inspection level second, we have a single sampling plan where sample size is 125 and acceptance number is 3, or a equivalent sampling double sampling plan has parameters like N1 ATC1 1, N2 ATC2 4, and you are required to compare both the plans based on OC, AOQ and ATI curves. So now first solve it for single sampling plan. Since we are given lot size equal to 2000, sample size equal to 125 and acceptance number C equal to 3, and the lot size is significantly higher than sample size, so we can use binomial distribution in place of hypergeometric distribution. So probability of acceptance for having defectives at most equal to acceptance number 3 will be the sum of finding 0 defective, 1 defective, 2 defective and 3 defective given by this binomial distribution function, and average outgoing quality of single sampling plan is given by this relationship, and average total inspection of single sampling plan would be equal to number of items inspected in case lot is accepted and number of items inspected in case lot is rejected. So this is the total average inspection carried out. For given double sampling plan, we have probability of acceptance after first sample. So here size of first sample is 80 and acceptance number is 1. So after first sample lot is accepted, or probability of accepting the lot is when the defectives found in first sample is at most 1. So this binomial probability distribution for having at most 1 defective would be the sum of having 0 defective plus 1 defective. Similarly, the probability of accepting the lot after second sample is that we get 2 defectives, since after first sample if C1 is 1 and C2 is 4. So when we continue the sampling after first sample, when number of defectives found in the samples are more than 1 and less than and equal to 4. So there can be 2 conditions that you get number of defectives in first sample equal to 2 and 3. So when we multiply this probability of having 2 defectives in first sample and probability of having at most 2 defectives in second sample, so this would give you maximum 4 defectives at which lot would be accepted after second sample. If we find number of defectives equal to 3 in first sample, then lot would be accepted if number of defectives found in second sample is at most 1, because 3 plus 1 would be 4 and we cannot have combined defectives more than 4 as acceptance number for second sample is 4. So after finding probabilities of accepting after first sample and probabilities of accepting the lot after second sample, when we add them, we get the probability of acceptance for a double sampling plan. The AOQ of double sampling plan is given by this relationship, and average total inspection of double sampling plan is obtained by this relationship. So this is the total inspection items inspected if it is selected after first sample, and these are the total number of items to be inspected if it is selected after second sample, and 1 minus PA is the probability of rejecting the lot. So this is the number of items to be inspected if the lot is rejected. So when we sum all these three numbers, we get the average total inspection to be carried out during a double sampling plan. Now we plot the OC, AOQ and ATI curves for these two sampling plans. This is the OC curve plotted between probability of acceptance and fraction defective. This is the AOQ curve plotted between average outgoing quality and fraction defective, and this is the ATI curve, average total inspection versus probability fraction defectives. Now this blue line in all the three curves are for single sampling plan, whereas this brown curve is for double sampling plan. If you see OC curve of double sampling plan is steeper than OC curve of single sampling plan. Hence, the given double sampling plan has more discriminating power than the given single sampling plan. For given fraction defective P, the average outgoing quality of double sampling plan is lower than the average outgoing quality of single sampling plan. Hence, a better quality protection is offered by given double sampling plan as compared to given single sampling plan. Based on OC curve and AOQ curve, one can conclude that given double sampling plan outperforms the given single sampling plan. On the other hand, the single sampling plan outperforms the double sampling plan on the basis of average total inspection per lot, particularly when fraction defective is more than 1%. So a comparison of these curves gives us a clear-cut idea for given criteria which type of plan is to be selected. If OC curve and AOQ curves are to be considered, then double sampling plan is to be given priority over single sampling plan. If ATI or cost of inspection is a criteria or more, it carries more weightage, then single sampling plan is to be given priority over double sampling plan. If you find today's session informative, useful and interesting, please hit the like button, share it with your friends All for patience hearing, liking and sharing this video and subscribing my channel Industrial Engineering Guru.